Hello, everybody.
Hey everybody,
Welcome to Bra for Clock. I'm Sarah.
and I'm Melinda, and we are the Boo Sisters from Happy Father's Day, Oz.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, it will be tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes, it will be by the time lots of people watch this.
Yeah.
We'll post it tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Sweet. So you're getting like a fresh one, fresh off the, fresh out of the oven.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Straight up.
Okay. Well, all right then. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
So, like a little pause, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A little pause.
So should we go straight into the Father's Day first?
Well, let's.
So we've been having a bit of a dig through the archives. Now, for all you young people, we've got photos on paper.
I know it's a little bit full on to grasp, but this is how it used to be.
Yeah. And so we should have probably put them in some order.
Yeah.
But this is probably going to start
Well, that's
with,
what I
think.
thought. That's what I put on top.
All right. So this first photo, now there we go. This is where it began.
Yeah.
So this is our dad's mum and dad, Nan and Pop, Jack and Iris.
Yep.
So look at her lovely smile.
Look at them. Having a beer, having a smoke.
Yeah.
Nice.
She used to love a shandy.
Yes,
Remember
she
when
did.
I'm just noticing, I don't think that would have been her stubby, do you think? Because I don't remember seeing her drink straight beer. I just always remember when Dad would arrive and he'd bring her a beer.
Yes.
And he'd make her a shandy.
Yes.
It was a bit of a special treat.
Yeah. That was probably Dad's beer. He probably put it down to take the photo.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Now, if we go back in time...
Look, that's quite interesting. Sorry, just going back to this one, because there's Pop's actually smiling.
Oh, get out. He is too. Now, I can tell you, I don't actually have a memory.
No.
He always had such a grumpy face.
He did.
But he had amazing hair.
Yes.
So apparently when he was young, super jet black hair.
Yeah.
And then, but this is how we remember him.
Yeah.
Like the whitest of white.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, he looks jolly good there, doesn't he? They
Even
both do.
Loving his wife.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Go on.
That's nice.
It is nice. Wow.
Yeah. And so then we found a photo from before our time.
It possibly was my time. I think there's a photo of me with Dad dressed like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we were just talking about this era the other day and he said somewhere 19, 20, 21 and you were around?
2021. 19, 20, 21.
He said he was 19 or 20 or 21.
I thought you were talking 1920, 1921.
No.
I'm not that old.
So his age during this time.
Yes.
So he was a bit of a rock star. Now, hang on, where's the camera?
Up the top.
There we go. Why can't I do this? I'm doing it left-handed.
That's why.
Yeah, come so you can see. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So that's Dad. No, I don't know who that dog is.
No, we don't know.
But look at the fry, man. He was in a band back in those days called Season of the Witch.
Mm-hmm.
And, so him and his rock and roll.
Yep.
I was going to say whore, but I don't like to say that about my mum. But, you know, what do you call those?
I thought you were talking about the dog.
Oh.
Groupie.
Groupie, yeah.
Yep.
Right, and then
we've
got a few around this era. So we've talked before and we've done an episode on Hagar the Horrible and we found a few photos. Yeah, look at this. Oh, there's Uncle Fred's Commodore
wagon.
So that's Dad.
Look how proud he looks.
Yeah.
He's just about to launch Hagar.
His boat. Wasn't new though. Look at the state of the tarp.
Yeah.
But it was just a launching day. I guess we were heading out somewhere. And the trailer.
Yes.
Because remember we've seen photos of the trailer all.
That's right.
Mickey.
Do you know what I noticed in this photo was the signage up the top, the Morgan and Wacker. Look how old it looks.
Yes.
I mean, what
everything's in lights now.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. But it was probably, are we talking like mid-80s? Did we discover that 86, 87, something like that, I'm thinking? Because I remember at the end of Expo, we took one of the girls I used to work with, that English
and that was
girl.
88, yeah, so And there's, look at
there
the stud and
he
his fudgy smugglers.
Yes.
There's a fishing knife in his mouth by the looks of it.
Oh, yes. probably ready to fillet one of Mum's fish because she was the only one that ever caught them.
Oh, Mum was a fisherwoman, wasn't she?
She was.
Yeah, it's not about Mum today, though.
No.
It's about... So what would happen is we would... Dad would get all the fishing stuff ready and then he would,
bait up.
Yeah, bait us all up, put us out, and then we'd fish, and then he'd sit back and, sip his...
Prepare.
Well, yeah, have a beer.
Yeah.
Then someone would catch, so that was his call. So he would then come with the, what do you call that, catchy net?
Yeah.
Landing net?
I think that's what it's called, a catchy net, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
I think it's called a landing net.
True. So technical.
I know. So, he'd do that, get the fish off, touch it. Do all that.
God, the gizzards.
Yeah, do all that stuff, get it off safely, Bait us back up, so put the fish in the bucket.
Yep.
Bait us back up, we'd go back out to fish, and he would scale, fillet,
get it
all ready till the next fish came in. And then, of course, we would have fresh fish for dinner.
So
doesn't get much fresher than that, does it?
No.
So that was pretty good times.
But really, it's quite funny the way you're saying, and one of us would pull a fish in.
Or Mum.
It was Mum. I think you did all right for a little while. But
I enjoy fishing.
Yeah, see, I don't. It's a little bit sitting still for way too long doing jack shit.
No, see, I like it. You just get lost in the silence of the sea.
Maybe if I had a good book with me or something.
Oh, yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, no. Unless they start biting in, maybe 1 minute. I think even that's probably pushing it a bit.
That's a bit optimistic.
It's like, nah, screw that for a joke.
Yeah. And I think we mentioned in that Hagar the Horrible episode, in the little front cabin of the boat, there was a little toot-toot, which was really only for the girls and for boys number twosies.
You do realise it's not a children's show. You can use grown-up words.
Oh, yeah. So there was a dunny for the ladies and also for when the men wanted to shit.
Yeah, that's so much.
Yeah, drop a log.
Yeah. A toot-toot, where you could do number twos.
Well, I just don't want to be crass all the time.
Oh, okay. Carry on then, as you were.
So, often Dad would just,
hang it over the edge.
Yes. Do his wee-wees over the side. And, depending on the wind and where we were going, well, sometimes it was unlucky for some, bit of splash. But sometimes,
salty.
Yeah, sometimes he was courteous.
Yes.
And...
use the bucket?
Yeah, use one of the little children's buckets.
I wonder if we had visitors on deck that day,
Oh,
maybe.
we might have. He was keeping it classy.
He was keeping it classy,
Yeah.
Go, Dad.
Go, Dad.
Nice.
And then we've got... Oh, that's the same one. I thought we were... I thought we had a couple of different dress-up ones. No, actually, probably this is probably next in time.
Yeah,
I think.
Actually,
or maybe this one. This will do.
No, but the hair. See, the hair's a bit.
Let's start.
We're getting a bit bushy there,
Oh.
and you're a bit older too.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll get there.
Yeah. So this, you have to pardon the state of this photo, but it was a bit bigger. But we thought we'd show this to. I think that might be a bit of cockroach shit.
Oh, could be.
I'm just rubbing my fingers all over that. Anyway, this is a lovely photo of Dad. I don't know. Do you think, look, maybe someone's wedding or something?
Maybe.
But look at that short hair.
Yes.
He was a bit handsome, though.
He was a bit handsome.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, and look, if
his moustache.
If you like the Einstein look, he's probably a bit handsome now too, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
But, I mean, it was... now I love it. He's a bit, he's quirky and unique, whereas I think back then he was very handsome. Yeah, now he's lost it. He's crazy, but we love him anyway.
We do.
And look, I think he's always been that way, but I think he used to put it in the box a bit,
Yeah, to be a businessman.
Yeah. There's a photo. Oh, that's not really... Did we have one of just you and him? I'm sorry, I feel like...
Oh, yeah,
we do.
Yeah.
All right, so there's one. He loves to dance, and he's actually a very good dancer.
Very good dancer.
In my opinion. In our opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
He knows how to hold the lady well, and he taught us. Unfortunately, he taught us, because the problem with knowing how it should be is that you're very aware of when it's not.
Yeah, which is the majority of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So Yeah, thanks for that, Dad. We know how it's supposed to be, so we're constantly disappointed. But,
constantly.
But anyway, that's us. Look at me with my dark hair.
Yes.
Looks funny.
So long.
So long and dark.
How old do you think you were there?
I feel like that was when I was working in childcare, maybe late teens.
Oh, okay, yep.
Thinking 19-ish.
Maybe.
18, 19, something like that.
Yeah.
Then we've got this one, which is fantastic. Was this your going away party?
It was, and it was dressed up from around the world.
So, well, mine's a bit obvious.
Yeah.
So I was a Japanese geisha girl.
Yep.
You were?
I really can't remember.
Luck of the Irish, I think.
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
And Dad had his
French. I think he was doing it.
Oh.
What do you think?
I was thinking Italian.
Oh, yes.
No,
I don't know. I just thought with the shirt, I don't know.
Half Italian, half French. I like his little belly popping out there.
Yes.
So cute.
So cute.
That was nice. That was a good fun night.
Mm.
And then this was obviously a bit later in the night where we cared less about our costumes because we were all covered up in... It's my girl off to work. We were all covered up in coats and things that must have got cold.
Yeah.
But nice photos.
That's so cute,
Dad and his girls.
Yeah.
And then here's one. I didn't ask. Which baby is this, number 1 or number 2? I feel like was that number...
Night of birth, 2:30 a.m. in the morning on the night that number 1 was born.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
Look at me. Got to have a few more drugs than me. I'm not sure.
Look at you. Oh, do you remember? You'd had the epidural and I didn't know anything about baby stuff then. And she was laying there and I was just trying to be with her and I was massaging her feet and like really, putting love into it. Really nice foot massage. I thought you'd been laying down for ages, Only to learn that she'd had an epidural and couldn't feel a thing. But, it's the thought that counts.
I'm sure it would have been lovely if I knew it was happening.
Yeah. She didn't even know it was happening.
I didn't.
She was off a tit on drugs, hospital drugs. Anyway, so that was that.
Yeah, so there he was, 2:30 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, and then we found this little cutie.
Look.
So this is his 2 eldest granddaughters. Oh, he's so cute.
And I think, what do you think, like 2000 and, how old? Maybe 2003 or 4? 2004? 2005.
The red shirt was born in 2001.
Yeah.
I'd say 2002.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. 2003. Yeah.
Max.
Okay.
Yeah. I reckon.
Yeah.
So cute.
So cute.
Sorry about that wind. But yeah, so we just did it's not a great selection. There's not all of the grandkids there, but
sure there'll be more.
We just had a bit of a look through the photo trunk. And, oh gosh, there goes an hour.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at our babies.
Know,
and look how cute we were as well.
Oh, my God. Bring some of them out.
Yes.
Pretty good inspiration.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that are just some lovely memories.
Yes.
And,
yeah, good times.
Yeah.
We did have... It's funny, I forget so much. And that's why I think photos wonderful. And I really must print off more photos because, don't really flick through your phone that much. Whereas you can sit down with a photo album and just...
And share it.
Yes.
That's the other thing. Like when you're looking at them on a phone,
you
sort of got to hand it over.
Yeah, whereas a photo album you can sit and share at a table. And
We were talking about that earlier today, how cool it is. We're all talking about every single person who was here today, there's a few of us, all talking about we've all got that box or that bag of photos that the coulda, woulda, shouldas. Yeah, we were going to put that in an album, and we were going to write on the back of them what date it was and who it was. But
you think at the time you remember,
right?
Have a look at it.
Yeah, have a look. No.
We have many that, in fact, I don't know if any of these have got writing on them.
Except one with the firstborn. You did very well there, writing on that one.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
You even put the time.
I did.
Before date or timestamps.
What's that? Oh, yeah, 98.
There we are.
9th of May, 98 for that one. Let's go. And, yeah, that one. Lindy, Dad and Grace. Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Baby.
Yes.
Anyway, so cute.
So cute.
So,
yeah, I think everyone's guilty of that, having that little parcel of photos. And, which I think the majority of those just came out of, didn't they?
Yeah, we didn't take one out of an album.
No.
They're all still in packets. And
Yeah.
I'm hopeless, I think. Yeah, we didn't even get to the albums.
No.
Because I thought we were going to find more of the older ones.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe clearly I was wrong. Clearly the older ones are in albums because anyway, we got tons, but that's what we found. You know, I've got a trunk full of albums and bags, and
yeah,
you're jiggling and it's making me crazy.
Sorry, I've stopped now. I didn't even notice that. I just saw my earring move and I thought, that's because I'm jiggling. So,
yeah.
Oh, I'm going to stop jiggling now.
Cool, thanks. That's better now.
And play statues.
I'm trying to think. We didn't pre-think about like any memories to talk about.
I do. I have one.
Okay,
I actually thought about it earlier,
Oh.
and one of the memories from long ago with Papa was our barbecue days, our barbecue get-togethers. Now we may have mentioned it before in an earlier post.
I'm sure we have.
That.
Down at the Fern House.
Yeah, Mum and Dad were very social people, and honestly, I feel like we had a party or a get-together pretty much every weekend.
Yeah, that's what it felt like, whether it was at our house or
someone's house, yeah. When it was at our house, I'm not sure if it was both Mum and Dad. I have the memory of Dad building the barbecue out of bricks. And yes, kids in the olden days, and buy a barbecue, you built, if you had a barbecue, you'd build it out of bricks. You'd go and buy like the barbecue plate, or you'd acquire it, because I couldn't imagine anybody going to actually buy bread. I don't think I ever saw a brand new one. They were always just acquired. And so just a flat barbecue plate, none of this grill business and all of that, but like a little medium size, like barbecue built out of just bricks, and no mortar or anything like that. I don't remember that. I think top of it.
Don't you think I feel like there would have had to have been, or it would have been too much air.
I honestly just don't know. But it had the little chimney.
Did have a chimney
as well. So
it had so the chimney was on one side, on the solid built-in side.
Yep.
And then on the other side it was open at the back, so we could keep feeding it in.
Feeding the wood.
Yeah. And the logs. Remember we used to make the starter logs out of the old newspapers. And twist them really tight.
Yes.
And we'd put them in. That was one of my jobs.
Yes. And then for wood, well, again, it's not something you went to the petrol station and bought or got delivered.
I don't know if you could back then.
I don't think so. But we had like an old timber fence like this, as you can see behind you, but a bit shorter. But our neighbours, it was just full jungle behind it. So it didn't matter if a few palings went missing for the barbecue. It just didn't matter.
It had treated pine. It'll be fine.
Yeah. One night somebody must have got really excited or wanted to keep the barbecue burning. And remember the pile? We had a pile of those palings. So that's how we fed the barbecue. And you like sitting behind the barbecue in your little Minnie or Mickey Mouse seat.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dad like feeding the barbecue and like whatever, Mum's rissoles, which were just so yummy, God. And the best on that barbecue.
Best rissoles, and to this day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, I don't ever really remember steak or even sausages. I remember the rissoles. Yeah, and salads and things like that, and we'd all just be sitting down there on the homemade table.
Yes.
The chairs that were either given to us or picked up from the side of the road on, what is that called?
Mum's going to kill you.
Pick up, scout grab. Curbside, that's right.
Curbside collection.
Yes. And, so that's the amount of, Dad entertaining while Mum was running up and down the stairs, and but him being the entertainer and telling jokes. And I remember a joke, and Dad, you'll have to remind me of what this joke is, because all I can remember is the punch line. It was a punch action more than a punch line, where before you told the joke, and I remember every time because you told it so many times, ripping up the tissues. you ripped up a couple of tissues and put them in your hand, and then you tell the joke and, you know, you do that magician-y thing where nobody realised that you had one hand closed.
Don't say too much more. He'll know it from there, and then he can tell you and you can
good.
tell it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
yeah.
All right, Dad, remind me so I can tell the joke.
Yeah.
So that's probably like, I don't know, this is a really fond memory because I remember just, I don't know, sitting and enjoying stories being told and...
See, I don't know, I was a bit young. I didn't really get in on those barbecues much. My memories are sitting behind the barbecue, feeding the fire.
Yeah.
But I do have another memory.
Yeah, go
on. When Dad and Mum were renovating under the house and we got to smash down the fibro wall.
Yes.
Oh, so asbestos, it wasn't a big deal.
No.
So... there was a wall that had to come down.
Yeah.
And Dad gave us both like hammers or some kind of tool.
Yes.
And we just got to go hard at this wall. Like just smash it. So, the best anger management class ever.
Yep.
Just smash it out.
Yeah.
And it was really fun and...
It was.
Yeah. Oh,
like just asbestos dust everywhere. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that was excellent. That was really good.
Yeah. There's so many really now that I think about it. Remember the seesaw?
Oh yes.
Was that from the pool? Or I feel like the pool wasn't.
No,
there
it wasn't.
yet.
It wasn't.
It was before then. It was way before then.
It was. We got a load of. Or was it there? I don't know if it was there. If we got a load of Dad acquired.
For some reason, we ended up with a mound of dirt off to the side in the backyard, which eventually became a mound of grass.
Yes.
And Dad put a big timber plank over it. 1, 2, 3.
On we hop.
There's a seesaw.
Absolutely.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you remember like pushing off and then like you...
Yes, because because I was the bigger one because I was the older one. Yeah, and so we'd try and get it balanced. So I'd come a little bit forward and you'd go up to the end and so we finally get going. Sarah would go down and I was up here and then she'd jump off. While you were down there, you just sort of rolled off. And I'd go, bang! That's hilarious.
So funny.
Do it again, I promise. I promise I won't do it. I promise. No, really promise because that really hurts. I promise. Yeah, and then she did it again.
I remember, like, when it was my turn to go down, you know, you put your feet down.
Yeah.
And that bounces the person who's up the top.
Oh, yes.
And because no handles or anything.
No,
so you're just leaning forward and holding on.
Yeah,
and then
your life.
You let your end, instead of stopping with your feet, you let it bounce on the ground.
Yes.
So the person that's up on the high end goes boom, boom.
Yes.
And your butt comes off the seat.
Yes, terrifying.
I remember doing that too.
And I wondered whether... and Mum will probably like this. I'm thinking we probably got the seesaw because we might have asked if we could go to the park.
Probably.
And
we didn't really have big parks back then.
No,
did we?
But it did have you'd have things, toys, equipment like that in a park. You know, the stainless steel, the metal slipper slide that you couldn't slide down in summertime because you'd burn your ass. And,
yes, you just melt skin off.
Yeah.
All the way down.
So I just wonder if one day we said we'd really like to go to a park, and Dad's gone, why do you need a park? Here's a plank. There's a mound of dirt.
Yes, and the other thing I do remember is the swing set up the back.
Yes.
So I think the seesaw was not homemade. The seesaw, not the seesaw,
the cradly swing part.
Yeah, so each people has the two poles that come down, and then there's the seats there.
Yep.
And you just like go that way.
Yes.
But then I know that the extension Dad made, so put another pole across, this way across the top, and then
with the V's at the end.
V legs down. And coming off the long pole, there was a rope and a tyre.
Yes.
Which...
I forgot about the rope and the tyre.
Yeah, every time you went to use it, you had to sort of tip it out, to tip the water out and make sure there were no big huntsman spiders.
Yeah.
But once that was, you were fine after that.
Yeah.
Swing up, like twist, twist, twist.
Yes.
And then tuck in really tight.
Yes.
Brrr.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun. And do you remember there was the chain?
Yes.
With, I'm just going over a little bit.
Yeah.
2 chains that came down
Yep.
and with a bar across the bottom,
Yep.
which you could sit on and swing.
Yep.
Or do you remember? I used to stand on it
Yep.
and hold on to the top bar
Yep.
and swing.
All the way around.
And go all the way
Yes.
over. Oh, my God, that was so fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun. And, you know, that's how we learnt. You know, these days when your chiro says to you, you've been in a car accident?
Yes.
You don't know. You think, no, but I did land on my ass
Many
times
times.
coming off the swings.
Yes,
Yeah.
or the seesaw or something, yes.
Yeah, they think it's a car accident.
That's
we were just
right.
kids that lived.
Yes. Yes. Now look at that, 25 minutes, I reckon that'll probably do. We should write. There's so many other stories.
So many stories. So happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Papa.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are fathers.
Yes.
And not to the motherfuckers who aren't.
That's right.
So I'm very excited. I get other Mother's Day tomorrow.
So exciting.
So exciting. My
Yes.
girls do that for me. Started a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And they just gave me a present on other Mother's Day.
Other
And I thought,
Mother's Day.
You know you have to do this forever now.
That's right.
So that's
It's now
bit
tradition.
Exciting. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do have a dad joke,
Okay.
which won me a competition this week,
Get
people. I
out.
have, you know. So do we want to do bras off first, or do you want the dad joke first?
I reckon dad joke and then we can browse off and wrap it up.
Okay, cool. All right. I had to come up with a clean joke. It was a bit tricky. I had to network, but I found one. The winning one.
It was a dad joke too, wasn't it?
It was.
It was a clean dad joke.
Yes, yes. So obviously I couldn't ask my dad. So, yeah, I asked someone else. So this is it. You ready? What's the difference between Iron Man and Aluminium Man?
Well, I don't know. What's the difference?
Iron Man stops the baddies. Aluminium Man foils their plans. Bum 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 bum.
Oh,
Father's Day.
oh, stop.
That won me. Well, it actually won our dad.
Yeah, because we're giving it to dad.
We're giving it to dad.
joke.
Like, yeah, as if I'm going to do anything with it. A voucher for Bunnings.
So you'll see that in the post.
Oh.
So, yeah, because you'll see this before you get it. Jesus Christ.
I put it in a bag.
Yeah, and it's still here. And so is their birthday present because my sister was in charge of posting the birthday present this year. So she brings it over to me on their birthday and says, oh, we've got to get this to the post. I'm like, yeah, a week ago. Anyway, turns out that...
Now, speaking of which, that day, which happened to be about a month after my daughter's birthday, wasn't that the same day that you gave your niece her birthday present? Oh, yeah. All right, let's get our bras off.
Right,
I'm going to leave it at that.
So we hope all you dads have a lovely day tomorrow. We're not going to see our dad. Well, firstly, he lives a couple of states away, but also they're in lockdown still.
Still. Come on,
So
people.
have a little martini for us.
Yes. Do that.
With your vermouth and olive. This leaves you a little bit tight.
I know.
More. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Alleluia.
Baby. Alleluia.
So keep safe, everybody.
Yes.
Wear your masks. Stay home.
Don't go to rallies.
God, I love this time of
I know,
day.
it's so good.
Oh, yes.
Hooray.
Oh,
All right.
God damn, that's good.
Like, follow, subscribe, comment, react.
Look, my cleavage is gone.
I know, I was leaning back there and I thought, oh, yeah, no, that's a bit
hang on.
unattractive. I'll
There
come.
it is.
There
Down
it
there.
is. Where is it?
All right, people, stay safe. Peace out.
Love yous. Happy Father's Day.